Okay, first grade, for our unit, we have been talking about geography and communities and different kinds of maps and why we have maps. Today I'm going to go over your first social studies lesson that you guys have at home, where we're learning about the different types of communities. So with you, you have an article that's called Communities, Urban, Suburban, and Rural. The first thing that we're going to do is we're going to read the article all the way through and make sure that we're paying very close attention to the different types of communities. So there are three kinds of communities: urban community, suburban community, and rural community. And feel free to, as I'm reading with you, to annotate anything that you think is important, words you may not know and want to ask mom or dad or babysitter later. A community is a place where people live, work, and play together. We work together at school. A school is a community. We live with our families. Our house is a community. We live, work, and have fun with people in our neighborhood, which makes our neighborhood a community. So we're going to go on to the next page. What is an urban community? So this is where it's going to go over all three types a little bit more in detail. This is very important because you're going to use this information to do the next page at the end. An urban community is a city. The buildings are tall and close together. Many people live and work in an urban community. An urban community has many cars, buses, trains, taxis, and subways. An urban community also has schools, houses, and apartments. Now I'm going to move on to suburban communities. What is a suburban community? A suburban community also has houses, cars, and buildings. A suburban community is more spread out, so it's not like a city where everything's close together. There are usually homes with yards and garages in a suburban community, and things have more space. Not like apartment buildings, there are houses that have their own yards, backyards, and front yards. The suburbs have restaurants, stores, and fun activities nearby, but maybe not as close as a city. Different communities, the different communities are urban, suburban, and rural communities. All over the world, no matter where they live, people work and have fun together in a type of community. The last type of community is rural community. A rural community is not close to a city. There are many farms, fields, or forests in a rural community. In a rural community, houses are very far apart, so you wouldn't have a neighbor that you could see that would be right next to you. They would be pretty far apart, maybe even sometimes miles apart. A rural community does not have big stores or restaurants. They would have to travel into a city to get those things. And now that we have read, I want you to go back and look for the information that we found on urban, rural, and suburban communities. I want you to, the directions say to draw a picture of each community. Then use the words to describe what those communities are like. And I want you to use the words that we had in the article before. So you can use your highlighter or a pen or a pencil to find those answers and use them in your writing below. And don't forget to draw a picture each. Thank you. I'll talk to you later.